Whoever builds a mosque for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house in Jannah. And we know the great reward that will not only be gained, but rather will fill your grave after your death. Whenever someone prays there, whenever someone gives shahada in the masjid, whenever someone learns something in the masjid, yes, that will be something that you'll have on your scale.
These are two very large men. I think we're going to see some lightning connect here.
Don't blink, ladies and gentlemen. Off they go. Mohammed Hijab versus Reese here. Hijab starts off with a jab. 1-2 combination, leg kick.
Oh, brutal leg kick there.
Reese replies with a leg kick of himself. I think Reese was attempting a takedown there. Solid leg kicks, and I can hear the bone snapping, bone on bone.
Reese looking to throw these big overhands. That typical style you'd like to see of a kind of a heavyweight boxer, just big overhand rights.
I'll tell you what, Hijab's trying to slow down Reese, with those leg kicks.
Beautiful left hook there.
Reese went for the overhand, because he knows he's a big man. He has to throw the overhand, but a beanie style, Ben.
Yeah, you see him, short guy, he's looking to get in, but Hijab's doing a beautiful job here of just keeping the distance with those leg kicks.
That punch just missed by inches of Reese. Both guys having fun here. And it'll be interesting to see if Reese slows down with those leg kicks. They're clearly affecting him because he's limping. Hijab's doing a great job. Those leg kicks are causing damage. You went to go low and went higher, did Hijab?
I think I'd like to see Hijab like feint the low kick, but come high. Reese's hands are very low.
I'd like to see Hijab use his reach because he's throwing a jab, but they're just arm punches. He needs to snap them out and step into the jab. Because he's clearly got the reach advantage.
Yeah, I think like a lot of fighters, especially debut, they're kind of feeling out, but I'd like to see that jab use a bit of a yardstick, measure distance to set up those bigger shots or his takedowns.
I mean, at the moment, Ben, it just seems like a stand-up K1 bout, you know? These guys need to mix it up. I'm sure the cornerman will say, listen, guys, let's get some takedowns. I mean, we saw Reese having half attempt of a takedown, but he probably thought, he's a big guy. I don't know if I want to take him down.
I think you see that a lot in the heavyweight division. Guys don't really want to risk the takedown because a lot of weight to be sprawled on top of you if you make a poor shot.
Very true, that, Ben. Again, Hijab needs to keep those hands up because there's a few times that Reese swung for the fences and one connection could be the end of it. Big hook there by Reese.
Yeah, Reese definitely finding his kind of comfort zone here. He's getting the feel, but as he's getting more tight, those hands are dropping, and someone as big as Hijab, something connects.
I mean, striking was, I mean, Hijab's, he's kept it tight, he's snapping it out. He just needs to step into it a little bit more.
I think as well, like those jabs, where they connect or not, follow them up with another jab or a right hand.
That's the end of the first round. Mohammed Hijab, obviously.
Whoever builds a mosque for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house in Jannah. And we know the great reward that will not only be gained, but rather will fill your grave after your death. Whenever someone prays there, whenever someone gives shahada in the masjid, whenever someone learns something in the masjid, yes, that will be something that you'll have on your scale.
People have been stopped by leg kicks. I mean, Jose Aldo is
Uriah
a prime example.
You look at Jose Aldo, Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber, man.
There's the WEC days that
Yep.
before the UFC had the lightweight classes.
And I'll tell you something. Reese here is going to feel those leg kicks tomorrow.
100%. I think like you're right with it affecting his balance. Like Hijab might connect, it might not actually drop him, but his balance is gone. It could send him backwards, and a bit of ground and pound on the back end of that, it could all be over. So.
Well, I mean, right now, before, there you go, the take that. I could just predict it. Hijab's going to work with the ground and pound.
They're not really.
He's punching blindly. He needs to posture up and look where he's hitting, because Reese is actually blocking those shots.
Yeah.
He's not in trouble.
Reese, hold it. Yeah, that's it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Sorry.
So Reese doing a good job here of keeping the posture of Hijab broken. I'd like to see Hijab try and posture up to land some shots, but again, that's a lot of man to try and posture up.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I would not want to be under Mohammed Hijab right now. I mean, he's a mountain of a man, 6'7" tall, almost 120 kilos. That's a lot of weight to have on you, especially if there's base there as well.
Yeah, whether it's in a, like, Reese looks safe here, but it's kind of one of those ones, it's still going to tax him here. He's a few shots to the body.
And that's what Hijab needs to do. He's softening the body up. He needs to go to the body and head as the cornerman is screaming out.
Ref, stand him up. Ref, stand him. Stand him.
I mean, that shoulder pressure is going to be suffocated as it is, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of adrenaline, a lot of heat in that cage, and with another man smothering you, you're going to start to kind of panic, you're getting tired.
Because the same arm which Hijab is using to soften the body up, Reese's shoulder's blocking his head anyway, so he's going to have to go the long way around. And, excuse me, see Shah Kamali screaming the instructions out to the body and to the head. And that's exactly what Mohammed Hijab did to do. The referee is basically resetting them back in the center of the cage in the same position. I would have actually liked to see the referee stand them up there, because there wasn't much action happening, was there, Ben?
Like, I don't think the space was the issue. I think it was just the position.
Okay.
So, like, I think resetting this position, we're not going to see that much more action. I think standing the back up within the right call there, not resetting them back in the middle in this position.
Stand him up, ref. Stand him up.
Hijab is, I mean, he's resting as well. He's comfortable there. He knows it. He needs to get his forearm, create some space, and go for the ground and pound. Because he's got, there you go, he's doing exactly that. Because he's got all
Here
the
we go,
range.
big elbow. But again, Reese straight back into controlling the head.
Yeah, I don't think that one elbow did much damage there to Reese. I mean, look, he may not have the advantage on the ground, but he's a fighter. He's been in the ring or the cage 50 times. That just shows you how it is.
So we got to think here, that round.
Whoever builds a mosque for Allah, Allah will build for him a similar house in Jannah. And we know the great reward that will not only be gained, but rather will fill your grave after your death. Whenever someone prays there, whenever someone gives shahada in the masjid, whenever someone learns something in the masjid, yes, that will be something that you'll have on your scale.
Everyone's got a puncher's chance, especially both these guys, so big, throwing some power behind their shots. If something connects, it could be done.
So Hijab he's using his lead hand there to keep Reese at bay, to gauge the distance, and he started off doing that in the last round and caught the kick, so I think he's going to look for that takedown again. But it's a case of if Reese will be smart enough to realise that that's what he's trying to do.
It's nice to see Reese moving a little bit more. He's circling away, he's moving around.
Again, you heard that from the crowd there, it's so dangerous, that punch. And he's a heavyweight, so that connects, it's lights out.
Again, that's a lot of leg to be teeped with, so.
That's the end of the fight. Body shot.
Yep.
Kick to the sternum area. And Mohammed Hijab takes the win as the main event on One Bar Combat Challenge.
Again, we were talking earlier with Shoaib about how bad a body shot can be, and it's like you saw that it landed. Reese kind of took a second and was like, no, but it's done.
Yeah, I mean, it was to the midsection, and if you've been teeped to that region before, you know how that feels. And when you got someone like Mohammed Hijab, who's 6'7", teeping you the stomach, you're going to go down.
Yeah. I think as well, going into that third round, you're tired already, you're breathing heavy. That shot lands on an in-breath, and next thing you know, you're struggling to breathe very fast.
Well, what a great main event that was. Penultimate fight on Umar Combat, the third show, and it just gets better and better, Ben. And tell you what, the crowd have been in for a treat. Basically, TKO. Yeah, TKO win.
Yeah. It's me, on the mic, your boy, with Ben, Star, repping TKO, basically, fighting the side, TKO. Yeah.
TKO.
Wrap this up and make it official, but what a great return for you, MMA.
To the cage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, and your winner by way of TKO, محمد Hijab.
Well, what a great finish to a great evening. محمد Hijab victorious in his pro MMA debut. Yeah, you know, is it going to be going back to the gym and working on things and coming back and getting stronger? We're going to wait and see.
Yes. And again, fantastic show from UMA. Four dates set for next year, so kind of we're on the ups. Potentially we can see محمد Hijab back in the UMA cage, returning, kind of working on some skills and see kind of محمد Hijab 2.0.
100%.
Muhammad, quick couple of words. Amazing support first and foremost for you.
Absolutely. First I want to say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. وما رميت إذ رميت ولكن الله رمى. That you did not throw when you threw, but it's Allah who threw. So everything that happens to me in goodness belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I also want to thank every single one of my coaches, the head coach, Stuart Austin, who's done a phenomenal job at Fight Zone to get a history teacher like me to get into the ring and to win in the way in a spectacular fashion that I did. Number one. Number two, I want to thank Fight Zone and Roger Gracie Academy and Big H and Rowan and everybody who's contributed to this success. And I want to thank all of you. And you know, this couldn't have been done without the will of Allah. And when you believe in the qadr and the will of Allah, everything's possible.
Why MMA?
MMA is a way to empower people. We have seen people all over the world being hurt. We're seeing them being injured. And there's no way out of that except to develop the fundamental virtue which even Aristotelian philosophers, including Aristotle himself, considered to be chief most of importance, which is bravery itself. Bravery is the most important thing to develop, and you can't develop bravery as a muscle if you just talk about it theoretically. MMA, for me, is one of the best and ultimate ways to prove bravery on a physical level. And that's why I think it's very important to do it.
One more question for me, Muhammad. How did this victory compare to your victory against Piers Morgan on that debate?
I'll tell you what, I tell you the truth. This victory was more for my own personal growth and for the Muslim people, but that one was for a cause directly. That one was I consider to be an act of worship. So anything that is considered to be an act of worship for me is always more dear to me than the things that I do in my pastime, I have to be honest. But having said that, there is one weasel who has been running away, and this is probably the first time in the history it's happened. But you know, as you know, I'm a debater as well, right? I want to challenge somebody, and it's not who you think it is. It's not a fighter. It's not you, my friend, don't worry. It's Ben Shapiro. Yes, you're a coward, Shapiro. You've been running away. I don't expect you to fight like us, the people of the resistance, and the people that fight against the British. I don't expect you to do anything like that. But Ben Shapiro, you've been running away. I expect you to at least defend your indefensible position, or at least attempt to defend that position on the mutual ground. Maybe it could be Piers Morgan's Uncensored. Who knows?
Maybe you were made for.
Maybe in a cage with one of our lightweights, but I think any of the lightweights he would have a panic attack before he came and tried to fight one of those guys. So it'd have to be like that, but I don't think he has the testicular fortitude.
Mohammed, what's next? What's next?
Yes. What's next is I'm going to do more of these with this wonderful gentleman, Afi, who has headed this promotion, done an excellent job. I have to commend him. He's done an excellent job. Brilliant job. We've got more fights to come, you know. And of course the father, mashallah, thank you so much for everything as well. I appreciate you and the kids and everybody that's come out today. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. And I hope to see you guys here in wonderful Coventry next time. Thank you. Thank you very much, bro.
Great job.
Thank you very much.
Can all staff make their way to the cage, please? All staff and security make their way to the cage. For the rest of you that came to watch the show, Jazakallah khair. Really appreciate the support. Look forward to seeing you next year. If you want to fight, drop a note to Afi, come see us at the end of the show. For the rest of you, safe journey home, inshallah. Once again, security and staff, please make your way into the cage. All security and staff, officials. All security in the stage and security and staff into the cage, please.
Big boys, though.